Okay, let me have your attention again. We are so fortunate as a service to have the level of leadership and support that we enjoy in Congress. And our next speaker is a great example of that. Please help me welcome the Honorary Chairman of the Congressional Fire Service Caucus, Congressman Peter King from the state of New York.
Thank you very much. Thank you. To all of the other people in the audience, let me apologize for the guys from Long Island who always carry on like this every year. But no, they're great friends, wonderful people. I want to thank you, Nassau County, Suffolk County firefighters, for always being there for me, and more importantly, always being there for the people of our community. And let me thank all of you for the tremendous job that you do year in and year out. And let me also acknowledge the Honor Guard tonight, the Color Guard from New York, Westchester, Nassau, and Suffolk. As a New Yorker, I may be very proud to see them and to, again, see them acknowledged for the terrific job that they do. Let me also say it's a privilege to be able to follow Secretary Napolitano. She and I are on different political parties, but as ranking member of the Homeland Security Committee, I can say we work very, very closely together on a wide variety of issues, especially those involving the fire service, because all of us realize how absolutely essential you are to our communities. And it's, let me also acknowledge my co-chairs on the House side, the Majority Leader of the House of Representatives, Steny Hoyer, who will be speaking soon, also Rob Andrews and Joanne Emerson. Again, this is a truly bipartisan effort. As I look out in the audience, I see a former congressman here, Congressman Curt Weldon, who did a great job for so many years. And again, in the bipartisan spirit, Congressman Jim Shannon of Massachusetts, who also served so well in the House and is so committed to our fire service. There are so many things that can be said about the fire service, but our job here in Washington, certainly in the caucus, is to ensure that you receive the maximum amount of help and assistance you can do the job that you have to do. And that's why it's so important every year that we do all we can to have full funding for the fire grants and the SAFER grants, because that is important for you. It's vital to you. Too often, I think, in times we take for granted what you do. We just assume that you're going to be there when you need it. And as somebody who grew up in New York City and Long Island, I always thought I appreciated how important the fire service was. And when I came to Washington as a member of Congress, I got a greater appreciation of it. But since September 11th, we also now realize that in addition to everything else that the fire service, the firefighters have to do, they are now frontline warriors in the war against terrorism. You have this extra dimension to your job, which what makes it even more important that we at the national level, at the federal level, do all that we can to give you that assistance that you need. Because as Secretary Napolitano said, most of you in the audience have gotten the call to get up in the middle of the night to save lives, to put your own life on the line. Those of us in Congress, we basically just see you and we encourage you. You're the ones doing the work. We're the ones that do the talking. But we have to also deliver, and we have to deliver by making sure you do receive the full funding you need for equipment, for the most up-to-date technology, to receive the most up-to-date training, to make sure that there's cohesion, to make sure that there is interoperability of communications, to make sure that all the elements of first responders are given the full opportunity to work together, to answer the call, and to protect all of us. Because we do live in very new and very dangerous times. And firefighters have always been there when danger was there, but now the danger is even greater. And that's why you are needed even more than you've ever been before, and why the burden on us, those of us in Congress, is greater than it ever was before to make sure that you are given the tools and the resources that you need. So I just want to thank you for the job that you do. I want to tell you what a privilege it is for me to serve as a chairman on the Fire Service Caucus, to be able to work with you year in and year out, and the fact that I know I speak for all the members of Congress, especially those of us in the Fire Services Caucus, our doors are always open to you because we know that you have the ideas, you have the innovation, you have the ingenuity, and you have the dedication that's needed, and to help us do our jobs. I know over the last several days, with you being here in Washington, having the various meetings with so many of you, and seeing, again, firsthand your dedication, but also getting, again, the ideas that we need, telling us where we should be doing more, where the greater emphasis should be. So let's keep up that relationship that goes back and forth between the Congress and the fire service. And I assure you that so long as I'm in Congress, I will do all that I can to stand with you, because I know that you always stand with all the people of the United States of America. So thank you all, and God bless you.
Our next speaker this evening is another example